Title: My Fiancée Took a Break to Clear Her Head. It Was a College Gang Bang. Chapter 1: The Ring, the Shift, and the Silence. 3 months ago, I was supposed to marry the woman I thought was my soulmate. Today, I'm sipping scotch alone in a quiet house and staring at the cancellation email from the wedding venue. I'm 29, own a dental practice, and I thought I had everything lined up: career, house, future wife. I met Rachel 3 years ago at a medical conference. She was working the HR booth for one of the major healthcare companies. Confident, beautiful, and charming, she had this spark that made everyone around her light up. Within months, we were inseparable. Our relationship wasn't perfect. No relationship is, but I believed in us. I believed in her. I proposed with a 2.5-carat diamond ring that cost more than my first car. She cried. She said yes. She blasted it across Instagram like it was a dream come true. Her mom immediately dove headfirst into wedding planning. But 6 months into the planning, Rachel started to change. It wasn't sudden, it was subtle. Less affectionate. More glued to her phone. Always working late. She'd get irritated at little things, then apologize, blaming stress or hormones or wedding fatigue. I told myself it was just a phase. After all, wedding planning is overwhelming. I supported her, gave her space, reminded her how much I loved her. Then, 3 weeks ago, she told me she needed a break. A few days, she said. Just to clear my head. I'm going back to visit my family in my college town. Every instinct I had screamed that something was wrong. But I kept my face neutral. Kissed her goodbye. Told her I loved her. She left on Thursday. By Friday night, she was barely replying to texts. By Saturday, she had ghosted me. And that's when my phone lit up, with a message that would shatter everything I thought I knew about her. Chapter 2: Screenshots, Secrets, and the Setup. The message came from Kyle, a mutual friend from Rachel's college days. We weren't close, but we stayed connected over the years. His text was blunt. Bro, you need to see this. Check your email. It's bad. Inside was a screenshot of a group chat, Rachel and 4 guys from her college years. At first, I thought it was just a reunion message. But as I scrolled, my stomach turned. They weren't talking about catching up over drinks. They were planning a gangbang. Joking about one last ride before she's off the market. She was in the chat not just agreeing, but leading it. She even sent pictures. Suggested what she wanted each of them to do to her. I couldn't breathe. This wasn't a drunken mistake. It was premeditated. It was gleeful. She wasn't overwhelmed by wedding stress. She was orchestrating her final fling like it was some sort of perverted farewell party. But I didn't explode. I didn't scream or cry or throw my phone. I stayed calm because that's who I am. I'm a dentist after all. Steady hands. Cool under pressure. So I began collecting. Screenshots. Videos. Messages. I found their social media accounts, their employers, even their wives. I built a folder, a digital war chest, and named it The Truth. When Rachel came back that Tuesday, she kissed me like nothing happened. Said she missed me. Said she was ready to get back into wedding planning. I smiled. I told her she looked refreshed. That night, I slept with her, not out of affection but strategy. I wanted her to think she had me. That everything was normal. Because the next morning, I was going to detonate her entire fantasy. Chapter 3: The Confrontation and Collapse. Wednesday morning, the air was thick with the weight of lies. I brewed coffee like it was any other day. She walked into the kitchen, humming. And that's when I said it. I know what happened last weekend. She froze. Her mug clinked against the counter. Her face went pale. At first she denied it. Swore she just visited her parents. Then the tears came. Then rage. Then she tried bargaining. Said it didn't mean anything, that she didn't go through with it, that she was confused. Confused? You don't confuse a weekend getaway with a gangbang. You don't send graphic texts by mistake. She tried to tell me I was overreacting. Like months of planning, like scheduling betrayal, somehow didn't count. I reached across the table and slid the ring off her finger while she was mid-sentence. It was mine. Not hers. Not anymore. And then I showed her my phone. The screenshots. The videos. The messages she sent. One of the guys had even shared a throwback clip from their college days. Apparently she had a history. I told her I had already sent everything to her parents. Her deeply religious, ultra-conservative parents who still thought their daughter was saving herself for marriage. I didn't stop there. Her employer? A major healthcare company with a morality clause in their code of conduct. I flagged the email as urgent and attached every file. She went from pleading to panicking. Tried to snatch my phone, but I'm 6'2" and lift 4 days a week. She didn't have a chance. Then came the threats. She said she'd call the police. I told her to go ahead. Nothing illegal about sharing messages she willingly sent. I gave her 1 hour to pack. My house. My name on the deed. My rules. And when she left, I sat on the couch with the ring in one hand and my phone buzzing in the other. Her parents. Her friends. Her mom in disbelief. Her dad furious. And it was only the beginning. Chapter 4, Fallout, Frenzy, and the Firestorm. The first explosion hit Monday morning. Rachel's company responded to my email. HR launched an immediate investigation. They called her in for a meeting, had her pack up her desk while security watched. 10 years with the company, gone in one brutal hour. The morality clause was real, and she had violated it in spectacular fashion. Her dad showed up at my practice on Tuesday. Full church regalia, as if preaching would undo his daughter's sins. He wanted to talk man-to-man about forgiveness and redemption. I told him straight, your daughter needs redemption from someone else's mistake. Not mine. He took a swing at me. Miss. My receptionist called security, and he's now banned from the building. But the chaos didn't stop there. The wife of one of Rachel's college friends went nuclear. She found out everything, thanks to me. She posted screenshots online. Tagged him. Tagged his job. Tagged his mother. Filed for divorce that very day. Another one of the guys got fired after his conservative financial firm got wind of the scandal. Another is sleeping in his car after his wife kicked him out. Rachel? She tried to start a GoFundMe. Claimed she was the victim of revenge porn and abuse. It raised $200 before I commented, with receipts, showing she sent the content willingly. The platform shut her down for fraud in under 2 hours. Even her own best friend Brooke called me. Not to defend her. To apologize. Apparently, Rachel had slept with Brooke's ex-boyfriend during college, and gaslit her for years into thinking she was paranoid. Brooke sent me more screenshots. Rachel had been bragging about it to a mutual friend. I didn't even know what to do with that. But I saved it anyway. By the end of the week, Rachel was drowning in consequences, and I hadn't even touched the honeymoon plans yet. Chapter 5. The Crash, the Confrontation, and the Collapse. By the next weekend, Rachel's life was in freefall. She showed up at my house with a U-Haul demanding to get the rest of her stuff. Like the TV, the furniture, the espresso machine. I laughed. Everything in that house was bought by me. Receipts in my name. She tried to push past me. I didn't move an inch. She started screaming. Then she keyed my Audi. What she didn't know was, I had cameras. High definition, night vision, time-stamped. Destruction of property over $5,000? That's felony territory. Sunday she posted a long Instagram rant. It was all about mental health, healing, and forgiveness. She tagged me. The comments were brutal. Her own cousin wrote, maybe don't organize college gangbangs while engaged. She deleted it within the hour. By Tuesday, her father stepped down from his church leadership role. Her mother was on medication for anxiety. Her sister disinvited her from her wedding. Her job applications were all rejected. HR departments Google everything now. Guess what shows up when you search Rachel plus scandal? The final nail came when she showed up at my gym. Just stood next to my car in the parking lot, tears streaming down her face. I ignored her. She jumped in front of the car. I hit the brakes, barely touching the pedal because I saw it coming. Dashcam caught it all. I called 911 and calmly told them, my ex is having a mental health episode in the parking lot. She's making threats. They sent a crisis team. She was involuntarily committed for 72 hours after admitting she couldn't promise she wouldn't hurt herself or others. That night, I went home and started packing for Bali. Because the honeymoon wasn't canceled. Only the bride. Chapter 6. The Villa, the Baby, and the Final Goodbye. 6 months later, I'm writing this from the balcony of my Bali villa. Yeah, I came back, bought a place. Turns out heartbreak makes for great motivation. Rachel. She spiraled hard after getting out of the psych hold. Tried pressing charges against me, for harassment, defamation, emotional distress. My lawyer responded with dashcam footage, screenshots, and evidence of her fraudulent GoFundMe. Her lawyer dropped her the next day. She pled no contest to keying my car. Got probation and had to pay restitution. I dropped the restraining order on one condition: she never contact me again. Ironclad contract. Violate it and she goes to jail. She's working DoorDash now. I know because she delivered to my office last month. I tipped her 1 cent. Then came the twist. Kyle, the same guy who warned me in the beginning, called a few weeks ago. Rachel wanted to meet. Said it was important. We met at a public restaurant. She looked worn, like life had aged her 5 years and 6 months. She was pregnant. Not mine. We hadn't been intimate for over a month before her break. And the timeline didn't match. She didn't know which one of the 4 guys was the father. None of them were speaking to her anymore. She asked if I'd help raise the child. I laughed. Loudly. The whole restaurant stared. She sobbed. Said the baby was innocent. That she made a mistake. That she didn't deserve this. And she was right about one thing. The baby didn't deserve this. But I didn't either. She had the child a month later. Posted it on Instagram. Comments roasted her. Someone leaked she didn't know who the father was. CPS might have even been contacted. Her parents divorced. Her family disowned her. One of the guys is paying alimony now. Another lost his career. A third moved states. The fourth, the only one who lawyered up, went underground. Meanwhile, I expanded my practice. Started dating a brilliant, kind pharmaceutical rep named Maria. We're taking things slow. But it's good. It's real. Rachel sent me one final email, a photo of the baby. Subject line, "This could have been ours." I replied with a photo of my Bali villa. Subject, "This could never have been yours." Then I blocked her. Forever.